Hello and welcome to another video. This is just a short guide on how to get your mic level right in OBS. So you've got your mic set up, you've got it at 100%, and your levels are sort of hitting here. You really want to be in the yellow. The yellow is not a bad thing. It's sort of where you want to be. Even just going into the red isn't a tremendous problem. It's when it peaks and flashes red that's the problem. So this isn't really enough. I'm recording this on two PCs. So you can still hear me at a decent level while it's turned down on this PC. I always keep my desktop and game capture, the volumes here sort of just into the yellow, because you know your mic, you should be able to be heard very clearly over whatever's going on in the background. So keep that at full. So we're going to apply some filters to help with this. So go to the little three dots by the microphone. If you're on an older version of OBS, the three dots might be at the other end. But click the three dots and go to filters. I'm zoomed right in here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And this will take effect in real time. And you can see while I'm talking now, I'm sort of in the middle sort of area there. So we click the plus sign, add compressor. It can be called compressor. Ratio, this is sort of how aggressive it is. I have that on about 4:1. The threshold is, the compressor is all about keeping the volume in a certain range. And the threshold is how high you can go before it's dialed back. I'm putting that on 0 for now. Attack is how quickly it kicks in, and release is how long it takes when there's no sound to let go. You can leave those on defaults. Some people put it down to 2 on the attack. It's a very small difference. But the one we want is output gain. It's on 0 by default. And when I'm talking now, we're sort of in the middle. If I dial that gradually up to about, I don't know, 10 dB, something like that. I'm now like right on the edge of the yellow and actually going into the yellow. Let's say 11, something like that. That is much more where you would want to be. You may need more or less, but just tweak that till you're sort of going into the yellow at your normal talking voice. If you want, you can put some threshold on it as well, so it turns it down if you go very high into the red. But what I tend to use is a hard limiter. So I leave the threshold on 0 dB. Output gain on around 11 for me. So then we're going to add a hard limit. So click plus at the bottom, add limiter. And on this, I want this about -10 dB. -10 dB is about there on the edge of the red. So now you can't go into the red. This is like a hard limit. I'm going to mute the mic on the stream and shout into the mic with the limiter off. If you want to disable any of these to see the difference, you just click the eye and then it's not taking any effect. I'm going to mute the stream for a second and shout into the mic, and you will see what happens on the meter. You can see it kind of flashes red as it peaks. I mean, I didn't even really shout. I was just spoke very, very loudly, like right into the microphone. If I now put the limiter on there with -10 dB, I'm going to mute the mic to the stream, and I'm going to do the same thing at the same volume. And you can see it doesn't go over that line. Maybe -10 is too low for you if you want to go a little bit into the red, going like -7, something like that. But that will stop it hitting up and peaking. So now we have an 11 dB gain to keep us up near the yellow. None of these effects obviously will affect your mic in any other way. This is purely what's just going out on the stream. So you won't need to adjust anything else. So now at my normal talking level, I'm in the yellow, which is exactly where you want to be, thanks to the gain I've added. The limiter is this hard line here that stops me going over there, no matter how loud I am. But now we've got the compressor gain on of 10 dB. You might notice a little bit of background noise if I... There's a fan over the other side of the rim, and it seems to just be picking that up, and it's just... no, so we don't want that. So we're going to add an expander. So... and then pick a level where only sounds above a certain level will actually register. So you click plus, go on expander, and ratio 2:1 by default. That's fine. Attack and release, I don't really alter those either. We don't want any extra output gain because we're doing that on the compressor, so don't mess with that. This threshold here is how loud. Think of this as this bar. If I put this threshold all the way down, you can see the background noise is still picking up. the higher up you go with this, the louder you have to be to kind of activate the mic. If I put it all the way up like that and talk, it's really taken like the edge off of it, and we don't want that. So all the way down to -60, which is there. The noise is sort of going around 55, but you're going to want to go higher than that. So if I go, say, 50, that background noise is now gone because it's not loud enough to actually activate the mic. Obviously, when you talk, even if I talk quietly, I'm sort of up here at -35. So I mean, you can go closer to -35, but just be aware that if you go too high on this and too aggressive, when you lean away from the mic a bit, it is going to cut you out. So yeah, try that with your voice and test it and see what you think. But yeah, even a little bit is going to stop that background noise coming in. Maybe try 50, between 50 and 45 to start with, and just keep your eye on the meter. So now, with those 3 filters, we've got no background noise when I stop talking. Even when I talk quietly, we're right up near the yellow. And if I shout really loud, it peaks right there and doesn't go in and doesn't flash that it's gone too loud and peaked and made a horrible noise on your stream. So yeah, quick recap. Compressor, I've got +11 dB of gain. Limiter, I've set a hard limit at -7 there. I normally use -10. And I have the expander there on about between -45 and -50. Try it for you, see what you think. If you're in a slightly louder room, you might want to go higher on this threshold. Get your mic really close, though. The mic needs to be sort of right in front of your mouth so you can activate it, and then things in the background won't. If that's any help to you, don't forget to thumbs up the video, hit the subscribe button for the next one, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.